and welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Shelley Whitehead. Sorry, hairball. Well, actually, it's a great show because we're going to have the Humane Society on, so stick with us for that. But I know, sorry about that. I do want to encourage you to stick with us. We're having a great show. We're also going to talk with the Owatonna Public Utilities. But before we get to that, we want to remind you that you can watch us right here on the Owatonna Today Show 6 days a week on Charter Channel 8. But if for some reason you can't catch us there, we do upload to YouTube and blip.tv. Also, there's Facebook. If you have an opportunity and have a Facebook profile, like us on Facebook, and then Leanne will put it right up to your homepage. The nice thing about liking us on Facebook right now is that you can win a pair of tickets to the Steele County Blades home game. It's a great opportunity, especially when it's cold outside. It's probably warmer inside when you go see the hockey game. So go ahead and check that out. Bring your family and have a good time with that. We are always looking for good ideas. If you know of something coming up, an activity or an event that you'd like to see shown right here on the Owatonna Today Show, please send us an email at owatonnatoday@charter.net, or you can give Leanne a call at 390-5751 and let her know those ideas that you have. We'd love to hear from you. Like I said, we do have the Steele County Humane Society as well as Owatonna Public Utilities coming up, so stick with us right here on the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Jody Voisin with the staff at Fairview Animal Medical Center, your other family doctor. Fairview Animal Medical Center is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Do you have a fire escape plan for your family? The Owatonna Fire Department encourages you to take a minute and make a fire escape plan for your home. The plan should include 2 ways out of every room in your home. Once outside, do not go back into the house for anything. Practice the plan during the day and in the evening so you understand how to get out of the house when it's dark out. Have a central meeting place, a big oak tree or a mailbox to meet at so everyone can be accounted for. This is a fire safety tip from the Owatonna Fire Department.
Hi, we're Mark and Becky Stevens of the Owatonna Pizza Ranch.
And we support the Owatonna Today Show.
And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. I have with me Roger Warehime. Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
I'm good.
Good. And he's with the Owatonna Public Utilities. And you send out something to the local Owatonna residents all the time about this newsletter. Mm-hmm. And what I love is that you're being very technologically advanced. You're allowing people to connect with you in a lot of different ways. But before we get to that, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit, let's have, if you can, a quick recap of what happened in 2012.
What happened in 2012? Well, I wasn't quite ready for that.
I know. I like to keep things exciting
yes,
for you specifically.
Certainly do. I'm Roger Warehime, Director of Gas and Water, Energy Management, and External Relations at Owatonna Public Utilities. And I am just totally blanking on 2012.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's look at 2013
great.
then, because you have a lot of great things, exciting things, changes happening in 2013.
Yeah, well, the one thing that I did want to talk about was our mobile app. And if you get our newsletter this month, you'll see that there is a QR code on the front of it. And you can scan that QR code and pull up our mobile app.
Look, should we show that?
Sure, let's try it.
So on my mobile device, I have a QR barcode scanner, and you can get this if you have any kind of smartphone. It's easy to get that. And what you do is you take it and you put it in front of there, and it beeps, and it will bring you up to the Owatonna OPU Complete Mobile Marketing.biz website. And you can open your browser. Is it going to come up? It's thinking. And what it will do is bring you directly to that website. So the nice thing is you don't have to know the website's address. If you have your mobile phone, you can just go ahead and scan that, and now you have it right there. And you can do all sorts of, and it's nice, what I see is that this is actually a mobile phone app that you have. Sometimes when you look at websites, they're a little bit more difficult because they are made for the computer screen, but this is actually made for mobile phones.
Correct.
That's cool.
And that's exactly the point of the app. We brought out our new website about 1 year ago. I think it was in October, and it had a new look and things like that. And we started tracking our usage on that more than we had in the past. And what we found is in a year's time, from last October until this October, the number of people that were accessing our website with a mobile phone went from 7% to 15%.
Oh, goodness.
So there's just a lot of people, that's the way that they're coming to the website now. I also read something that said that 25% of adults in the United States now use their cell phone primarily for accessing websites rather than a computer. And as you said, with a normal website that was made for a nice big screen, you're doing this.
Making things bigger so you can see what it says.
Trying to get there. And so the whole idea of the mobile app is to make it real easy. As you can see with the screen there, it's little buttons. You know, you push one button and it pops something up. It's just much more simple.
Good.
So.
And that's what I think that it sounds like what you're working towards is access, giving the community access to the information that they need in a much easier way.
Right. Trying to communicate to them the way that they want to be communicated to. And so when we saw that many people were, you know, using the iPhone or the Android or whatever it is to get to the website, we thought we need to make that easier. Another reason that a lot of people come to the website is for the payment, and they can view their bills and things on the website. Unfortunately, that part of it we couldn't get mobile friendly yet. So when you pick that, you still kind of get to the old, you know, website. But we didn't want to hold off on everything else, waiting to get that
So
done.
that could happen where it's a little bit easier to access that information right on your phone.
Yes, yes. I mean, you can do it, but again,
Yeah.
it's, you know, a little bit of the stretching and so on.
I think people can handle it.
Yeah, so we'll continue to work on that in the coming months and hopefully continue to update this and make it better and easier for people to use.
One of the things that you have in your new newsletter is actually a coupon that for something, and I'll let you talk about that, but that is easily to use on your phone then. You can actually access that coupon from your phone when you go to a retailer and use it that way?
Yeah, you could. I mean, we still are
working on that.
Yeah, working on that.
Yeah.
A little outdated with our rebate applications that
Well,
we
let's talk
still
about
have
that a little bit, what you
people
have.
sign. Well, our rebate for LED lighting is 50% off of the cost of either an LED light bulb or a fixture. And that's capped at $10 or $15, depending on if it's a bulb or a fixture. And what we're finding is that there are so many LEDs available now. And so we did have a LED rebate in the past. It was just a fixed amount. But we're seeing the price of those come down, and there's just more and more available. So it made sense to do the 50% rebate, which is what we had done for compact fluorescent lights for many years. I do want to tell people that we still require that the LED that you purchase have an Energy Star rating and a label on it. And because there are so many LEDs out there, some of them are better than others. And the Energy Star requirement says that there's a certain quality level that basically that white's going to be white, not blue.
Oh, there you go.
That they're going to, over time, maintain the same light as when they're new, that they won't flicker when there's a dimmer switch and things like that. So I really want to encourage people to look for that Energy Star
to benefit
label.
them. Yeah.
Exactly. But what we don't want to do is encourage people to buy a product and they get it and say, well, this is terrible.
Why
and
go use
they
this?
don't want
Yeah.
to don't want to do it anymore.
Talk about the benefits of LED lighting as opposed to just a regular light bulb.
Well, it's energy savings. And you know, we've been preaching about compact fluorescent lights for a long time, that they use 75% less light than
Energy? These.
I'm sorry, 75% less energy for the same amount of light than the incandescent bulbs. But they had some trade-offs. You know, a lot of times they're slower to come up. They don't work so well outside when it's cold, and they don't work very well in dimmers. And a lot of those downsides of the compact fluorescents, the LEDs take care of. They come on very quickly. You can use them outside. You can use them with dimmers, and they just provide a very nice white, crisp light. You actually can get by with less lumens, if you will, because the light is so much whiter that you can read better with it and see things better. So they're just very nice lights.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, why not take advantage of this coupon? Try one in an area that you use often and see if it makes a big difference for you. And
Absolutely.
then it saves some money on it. Why not? What I want to talk about, we have a couple minutes left, is you are repurposing the utilities building. Let's talk about that.
Yes, people may notice some big equipment out behind it, and what's going on right now is the clean-out phase of that project. And through January, they'll be doing asbestos abatement.
Oh, I do not envy that at all.
So when that's done, then they can start taking other things out of there, the old equipment and and getting it ready for our repurposing project, which is to kind of recover from the flood, if you will, and bring all of our operations into one building. And that work, well, that design work will be going on at the same time that they're doing the clean out. The clean out should go through about April or May, and then hopefully sometime in June we'll be ready for going out for bids for the construction, and starting maybe in July and finishing in 2014.
Hopefully, yeah. Tell me a little bit, how old is that building? How, do you know?
Well, the building, there's about 4 different sections of it, so it's kind of like Johnny Cash's song about the Cadillac, right? How many years it is.
Yeah.
Probably the 1920s would be the best estimate.
And so that's going to be quite, the challenge is taking these 4 different areas and bringing them into one so you can bring all your facilities together.
Yeah, and so it should be really nice when we get done.
Yeah, well, we'll look forward to that. And we'll, of course, we'll have you back on and
Absolutely.
talk about that as we move forward. If you do have questions for the Owatonna Public Utilities, we want to encourage you to go ahead and check out their website. They've obviously worked very hard on it. Or you can use your mobile app and check that out. And then if you have any questions, of course, I know you can always call the facility, and you'll be there answering the phone, I'm sure.
Sure.
Why not? He's going to answer my calls because he's scared of me. So, Roger, thank you for your time, and we'll look forward to seeing what happens in the future.
Great, thank you.
We'll be right back with the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, this is Dave Efforts with TPS Insurance, and we are proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hello, my name is Shannon Cliff. I'm the Patient Services Manager at Mayo Clinic Health System in Owatonna. I'd like to talk with you about our same-day clinic. Starting at 7 o'clock, you can call into the clinic where we will look for an appointment with your primary care provider. The second option, we would look to our same-day clinic to book an appointment. The third option would then be to have you walk into our facility to be seen. If you have any questions regarding same-day appointments, we'd be happy to answer them. Please call 451-1120.
I needed more than just another dead-end job. I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
With the kids off to college, I decided it was time for me to go back to work and express myself.
Express got me in touch with some really great companies. Now, I'm on my way to a great career.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Hi, I'm Doug Johnson with the Owatonna Business Incubator. We're here to help small businesses start and to grow. We're a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, my name is Dave Olson, and I'm with R&K Electric, where we provide power to the people. We're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Mark Woodrich with Steele County Blades Junior Hockey. Come back to the orange and black. We'll see you at the rink. The Steele County Blades are very proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, Warren Abraham.
Back to the Owatonna Today Show. It's exciting today. We want to, actually, let's start from the top. I'm so excited I can hardly contain myself. We have with us today, we have Cathy Lindekugal? Lindekugal, no N, and Mary Steidler. Hi,
yes,
ladies.
hi.
How are you? They're with the Steele County Humane Society, and we want to welcome you. And we have a special guest with us today.
Yes.
This is Grace. And she is actually up for adoption. She needs a home, so if you're looking to adopt a new pet, she's beautiful. She's obviously very docile. She's just really a very, very sweet cat. We've enjoyed having her in the studio so far. We'll talk a little bit more about her in a minute, but I want to start with you, Cathy. I wanted you to give us a chance to talk to us a little bit about the Steele County Humane Society a little bit, and then you can, of course, tell us a little bit more about it, Mary. So if you don't mind starting. How long, let's do this. Introduce yourself. How long have you, tell us about yourself and how long you've been working
My name is Cathy, and I have been foster home, I think, for 2 years.
Okay.
And then I was asked to be on the board of directors last year, so this will be my second year.
What does it mean when a foster home?
Our company, if you want to say, is all foster-based.
Okay.
We do not have a building, so all of the animals come into foster homes where they stay until they're adopted.
She's just enjoying this.
Yes.
All right, so Mary, tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Mary Steidler, and I've been a volunteer with the Humane Society for about 10 years. I fostered for a number of years, And now I do things like write grants.
Oh, wow.
And I do some fundraising for us. But I just love seeing the cats and the dogs. And the organization is just great, and that's why I've stayed with it for so long.
I love that concept of having homes to foster, because it does give the animals much more comfort. You know, they're not in such a strange environment that's foreign, you know, the cages and that kind of thing. They actually have a home to be with. That's really cool. So let's talk about that. Would you mind, Mary, telling us a little bit about the Steele County Humane Society and kind of some of the things that you hope to have happen and that the services you provide? How about that?
You bet. Every year we rescue a couple of hundred cats and dogs. And we do this with one part-time employee and about 15 foster homes in the community. Wow. And so we have some people that just do everything. They run animals back and forth. They take them to vets appointments. They bring them to our adoption days. They give them medical care. We have people that write the newsletters and come to the Today Show and do all kinds of things to try to find good, loving homes for these animals. And most of them come in, we don't know a lot about them. But as you can see, we get some absolutely wonderful animals. And with all of our cats and dogs that come in, kittens or puppies, they're all vet checked, spayed and neutered. They're all up to date on their shots. And then we find ways to find them permanent homes. We put them online. We have adoption days, which I think Cathy is going to talk about. And just do everything we can to try to find them permanent, loving homes where they'll live for the rest of their lives.
Well, and so why don't you tell us a little bit about that, Cathy? We have a pet adoption day coming up very soon.
Yes, we do.
And she, of course, somebody's going to fall in love with her today, and she'll find a home today. But there's going to be many other animals that will be there, so let's talk about that a little bit.
Right. Well, the pet adoption day will be at Hometown Motors on Saturday from 12 to 1. And I know we'll have at least one dog there, and probably all of our cats.
Do you often have more cats than dogs?
Most of the time, yeah. Most of the time. So, and the great thing about Pet Adoption Day is you can come and you can talk to the foster home, and they can generally tell you about the pet, whether they're okay with other dogs, whether they're okay with other cats, whether they're okay with kids. They can tell you some about their personality.
It's important, isn't it?
I think
to know what you're kind of getting yourself into.
Yes.
So if somebody's interested in coming to the Pet Adoption Day, from your perspective, what should they be thinking about when they approach that day before they even get there?
I think if they're truly interested in adopting a pet, they should make sure their home is ready. With cats, you need to have, litter box and a litter. You should have a room that's quiet, so that when you bring your new pet home, either cat or dog, that they have a room where they can go to that's quiet.
It's a transition kind of room?
Yes. I have a room, I call it the quiet room.
Okay. Specifically for new pets?
Yeah, for new pets. And then they can go in there, they can come out when they want. If they feel like they need to stay in there and just adjust a little, they can. And then, of course, you need to make sure you have food and water.
If you have kids, what are some things you should keep in mind as you're thinking about adopting a pet?
I think with kids, they need to be reminded not to just run and pick up, and they need to make sure they give the pet time to adjust to them as well as they do to the pet. I think a lot of people just want to go and pick up a cat and hug them and run around, and sometimes that's not the best thing.
That might not be the cat's personality. They
Exactly.
May not, yeah, especially I know some of the animals that are coming in might have had some sort of trauma, or some this one was found outside, and so that was very cold. It's traumatic to me when I'm outside in the cold, and and I'm expecting it. So that needs to be taken into consideration.
Yeah, and she's about 1.5 years old. The vet thought so. We don't know where she's been and what she has been through.
She's been spayed?
Yes, she has.
So she's ready for that home, and she's been checked?
Yes.
Yeah, so she's good.
She's up to date on all her shots, so.
Yeah. Well, and I love that she has, if you look at her, she has one, you're talking about how she has one eye that's rimmed in black and one eye that's rimmed in brown. She's falling asleep. Look, the Owatonna Today Show is so exciting. You can see how her left eye is a little bit darker. So I want to talk to you a little bit, Mary. You've got a fundraiser. So this is the Pet Adoption Day. I actually kind of looked it up, and I know that you have specific fees for each of the animals, but it's not just for fun that you charge some of these prices. That I know it includes food and necessary medication, because some of them do come in poor condition, spay and neutering, age-appropriate vaccination, deworming, leukemia tests for cats, heartworm tests for dogs. There's all those things. It's not just an arbitrary fee, but when you talk about the adoption fees, they're getting as healthy as that animal can be at that time. And so that's what those fees are going towards.
Absolutely. All of those fees are paid for from our fundraising, donations, and any other way that we can come up with funding, begging, whatever it takes. And so that's why you often will see fundraising events in this community. It's so that we can pay to get the pets as healthy as possible and as happy as possible in their new home. So that they're ready to go.
Well, and that's just it, is that I think by creating those animals that are healthy, people are maybe a little bit more willing to bring them in because they don't have that trouble and time to begin with. But you have a fundraiser coming up.
We do.
So let's talk about that.
It's on Thursday, March 7th. It's one of the most enjoyable events that we have because there are pancakes there.
Oh,
we call it pancakes. We call it Pancakes for Pets, and it's a pancake supper at the Owatonna Eagles Club. Again, it's a Thursday evening, so it's a pancake supper. It's from 4:30 to 7, and we eat pancakes, and we also have a silent auction. There's all kinds of fantastic things that are donated that you can come in and also bid on, and that would also be a donation that would go toward supporting our animals.
Well, I think that's a brilliant way to do that, because I know for myself, I can't have cats where I live because they don't allow pets. And so, but yet I see Grace and I want her to have that home, and so that's a great way for someone like myself, or maybe someone with allergies who loves pets who can't have them, to go ahead and be a part of that process, is come to the event, have fun, have some pancakes, because who doesn't love pancakes, but then on top of that, maybe do some bidding on the silent auction and help support finding homes for these beautiful animals.
Right, and there's also an opportunity for people to become members of the Humane Society at the event as well. We have annual memberships, different levels, and you can get some information about that
We'll talk about the membership a little bit. What are some of the benefits, supposedly, of the membership?
Several different things. One, you get to get our newsletters and regular updates on various pets in the organization. And another thing I think that people like in this community is they like to just know that they belong to something, that their money goes to help someone
in
like
this community.
Grace.
Yes, yeah.
Right. Our organization does not get funds from any national organization such as the Humane Society of the United States or ASPCA. We raise all of our money ourselves.
Wow.
And so that money stays right here in this community and to help animals in Steele County.
So if someone can't go ahead and become part of the adoption day that's coming up this Saturday, how can they see some of the animals? Because they're all at different places. I mean, that's the one nice thing about a central place is they can come there, but when the animals are in different homes, what are some ways that they can see the animals that are available in our area?
Yeah, go ahead.
They can go to our website, which I believe is www.steelecountyhumanesociety.org, and all of our animals are pictured on the website.
And then they have a chance to go maybe meet that animal that they're interested in. And
Yes, there's a number you can call, and then they will give you the number of the foster home, and then you call the foster home directly and set up an appointment.
You know, there are times when maybe there's a move in someone's future or life changes and they can't keep their pet anymore. What should people do? I think sometimes they just get nervous and they don't necessarily take care of their pet in the way they should. They just kind of, let it go instead of taking care of it. What should somebody do if they can't keep their pet to the proper way? What should they do if they can't?
Boy, reach out for help. There are organizations that are here for people that do have issues for whatever reason can't keep their pets. And so give a call, place ads in the paper, talk to friends, network, call us. Our employee might have some ideas about someone who can help. Our organization may be able to help depending on the situation and the time of year and everything. I don't know, do you have any other ideas about that?
No, that sounded good to me.
Yeah. Just don't leave them at home.
Ask for help.
Yeah, ask for help.
Yeah,
and I
don't
think
just dump them outside somewhere.
We're in a huge age of social media, so and I think that that's a great way to do that too, is using Facebook. Is your community, is the Steele County community, whatever you guys are, because my brain just completely went over there somewhere. Do you guys are you on Facebook?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so definitely they can find that and they can be a part of that. So just communicate, that's the big question.
Yes.
And I want to thank you ladies so much. Grace, enjoy your nap. Thanks for hanging out with us.
All relaxed.
Yeah. Well, so a great addition to Anyone Home. We'll be right back with the Owatonna Today Show. Thank you.
Hi, Warren Abraham Consulting Technologies, your one-stop technology shop. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress. Making life a little easier day after day taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Hello, I'm Sean McNulty.
And I'm Deb Gillard with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Clarebridge of Owatonna.
And we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
And we're back with you. Yes, Grace is helping me today. I had my son help one time, so why can't Grace help me? We do want to remind you that there is the blood drive going on right now at St. Joseph's Church from 8 to 1. Oh, is she? Here, hang on, Grace, girl. Oh, I know. Hang on. You're cool. Yeah, we're good. Is that better? Yeah. Okay. So we do want to remind you that there is a blood drive today at the St. Joseph Church from 8 to 1. We want to really encourage you to go ahead and do that. Save a life by giving some blood. Also, Meals of Hope is a community meal for anyone that may need a hot meal. It can be served Sunday evenings from 5 to 6:30 at Trinity Lutheran Church, especially this time of year. This time of year when, it's winter and maybe it might be a little bit harder to find some food and that kind of thing. If you need help, please look for it. And you can do that at the Trinity Lutheran Church from 5 to 6:30. You can call them at 451-5240 if you need more information. And the City of Owatonna Human Rights Commission is presenting the annual Martin Luther King Jr. Day Breakfast. That's a week, Monday, coming up this Monday from 6:30 to 7:30. It's a complimentary breakfast. There's presentations from 7 to 7:45. It's going to be held at the Plaza Marina Grill. The address there is 160 26th Street. It's going to be featuring a presentation by Daryl Thomas. And if you know that name, it's because Thomas is a former Green Bay Packer and Minnesota Gopher running back. You don't like football? Is that the problem? That's okay. He's the current CEO of Boulder Options, an innovative organization focusing on healthy youth development. It's a great opportunity just to celebrate the life and time of a man who has done great work, and so you can do that again. That's on Monday from 6:30 to 7, and the presentation from 7 to 7:45. You can speak to former Green Bay Packer Daryl Thompson and hear his story and the changes he's making and maybe give you some ideas on how you can help it. Now, we want to remind you about the USO dinner that is coming up. This is the Dance and Dinner at the History Center on January 25th. It's the Steele County Historical Society's way of trying to get that mortgage away, and they're trying to do that within a year, which is so ambitious. So we'd love for you to help join them. It's going to be coming on the 25th. There's going to be dinner. There's going to be dancing. There's going to be all sorts of activities for everyone who's involved, including for children, some fun games and prizes. So make sure you check that out. They're also going to be welcoming the Owatonna High School Jazz Band, Blooming Prairie Jazz Band, and the Minnesota Real Big Band. It's going to be a lot of fun. They did something similar to this last year, and so they want to kind of give somebody give people a chance to enjoy their winter time by dancing the night away, and it also works with the facility that they have and the fun stuff they have. This is Grace. She needs a home. Make sure you call the Steele County Humane Society. Look how sweet she is. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you on Friday right here on the Owatonna Today Show.